So you will have 8 minutes for your discussion. You may start now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting today. Today, we're all here to talk about a project about the Hong Kong Observatory. There will be a few points we'll look into today, and the first point we'll shed light on is the merits of the current science issued by the Hong Kong Observatory. From my perspective, I believe that it gives clear instructions to citizens on what to expect in the future. Take typhoon signal number 8 and the hurricane sign as an illustration. They both give clear instructions to our citizens that the outside will soon be very dangerous and very windy. And also, it gives instructions to citizens of what to do in the past few hours. And also, they alert citizens to the dangers outside and that they may cause jeopardy to their personal health and also well-being. So I believe that the current warning sign is very effective to give clear instructions to the citizens of what to proceed and also what the government will do in the future. And it's one of the discernible advantages of current warning sign. So that is what I think. What do you guys think about?
Definitely, the guardian is definitely
like the observatory can help to warn people about the potential dangers about like the weather, and it can help people prevent like some natural hazards and also minimize casualties. And another advantage I can think of about like the current the current warning signals is about they are quite standardized, and it suits the international standards. Like for typhoon signals, like for 100 km/h, it is like only a tropical cyclone, but for 150 km/h is a typhoon. And there are a lot of signals of the Hong Kong current warning signal systems. They got a lot of signals that other like less developed countries, they do not have, like some potential landslides or wildfire warning signals. So that's quite good. So is my idea sensible?
Yes, sure. I definitely agree that the system is really well developed, so it is a great advantage. And to add on, I think that's the generally accept because this current warning signals are generally accepted by the local people. So I think it is a really great merit because it has been established for more than 20 years. And so Hong Kong residents are familiar with these kind of signals. So it can actually increase the community awareness. And because that we're familiar with these signals, we can know the risk associated with different level of typhoon. So we can take the suitable precautions and protection before the natural catastrophe occurs. So do you guys have anything to add on?
Yes, definitely. The current warning signals is effective, and it shows the weather and the dangers of the weather clearly. So for example, there are different numbers of typhoon signals, the number X typhoon signals and number 10 typhoon signals. So when there is a number 10 typhoon signals, then the Hong Konger can know that the current weather is really dangerous, and they can know that it's better to stay at home.
Definitely. I think that every coin has two sides. So apart from the advantage that we've generated, which I think all of them are sensible, there is some possible problem would cause for the family, schools, and businesses by the current system. And I think is the inadequate coverage because of the level of typhoon and in different regions may not be the same. Like so it might be it might overestimate or underestimate the level of the typhoon in different regions in Hong Kong. So this might actually cause disturbance to educational or business institution. And do you guys have anything to add on?
Yes, definitely.
Whether your points are valid or not, because you mentioned that it may not be an adequate coverage, and what you try to mention is that it may cause unnecessary harassment to those places that aren't needed to have issued those warnings. However, I believe that Hong Kong is just a very small space, and small place and in a territory, there are just so one hurricane can cause so much damage. So I believe that it's still needed. So I don't think it's a possible problem. Instead, I believe that another possible problem is that it may cause the businesses, it may cause harm to the businesses. It is because during the typhoon signal number 8 or 10, the stock market will stop operating, and it may cause harm to our
Yes, I see your point.
As the other people mentioned,
what you are trying to say. What you are trying to say is that the current warning signals can impede the movements for the entrepreneur to do some critical work. For example, when there are the number 8 or number 10 typhoon signals, and all the classes are cancelled, and if schools are going to conduct the exams at the day, and it can impede the whole schedule. And others, I agree that the idea that the candidates mentioned. So, is that the typhoons? I mean, the current warning signal cannot predict all regions of Hong Kong.
Yeah, right. You're saying that it can cause a lot of some disturbance to Hong Kong citizens, like the stock market and also some schools. Speaking of schools, I do agree that the warning signals cause a lot of disturbance to schools, because the parents have to pick up the children once the typhoon signal or the red raining signal is on, and it will cause a lot of disturbance to them, because they need to pick up their students pick up their children immediately. And picking up stock market will also cause a lot of drops, a lot of the stock market will plunge, and it does stop operating. So what's your idea?
Definitely, I agree that it would definitely.
I believe that all you guys have mentioned about the possible impact of on schools and also businesses. However, I believe that there are also some impact to families, especially for those parents, because parents often have to buy a lot of stuff before those warning signs to make sure that they have enough food supplies to those when those signals
it's
have
important
issued.
for family to do some to buy some materials for the current situations.
Time is up now. We will now move on to part B, individual responses. So we will start with candidate A. Your question is, what do most people do during typhoons? You have 1 minute. You may start now.
I believe it depends on what walks of life they belongs to, and the reasons are twofold. Firstly, for students, especially for secondary school students, they very often than not, they still have to study during the typhoon signal number 8, as they just have nowhere else to go, and very often than not, they just stay at home, complete their work, and just do revision, continue to study day and night, continue to put the effort and put their mind and souls into their work. Apart from that, I believe that especially for parents, they often play board games, play mahjong with those with their peers, with other colleagues during the signal, because same as students, they have nowhere else to go, and it is the form of entertainment that they could enjoy.
Thank you for your response. Candidate B,
Yes.
Your question is, what do you think the police do about people going to the beach during a typhoon signal number 8? You have 1 minute. You may start now.
If you ask me, I think the police should pay more attention for the peoples when they going to the beach at when there are typhoon and they going to the beach, and they are going to the beach. So I think the police should put emphasis on the people, and it is really dangerous for people to go to the beach when there is the typhoon. So because of the bad weather, and people may stick different risks and different problems. And I think if the police not paid enough attention to the people, then they may suffer dangers that they cannot receive a instant protections or instant saving.
Thank you. Candidate C, your question is, do you think it is fair for taxi drivers to charge double during a typhoon? You may start now.
I do think that it is sensible for the taxi driver to charge double during the typhoon. There's a few reasons behind. First, I think they have to take a much higher risk if they are working during typhoon, because as we all know, typhoon will cause a huge damage to both our environment and our maybe infrastructure. So there might be the tree might fall down and the building might shake, and it really will cause a huge damage. So the taxi driver are really putting their life at risk if they're working during the typhoon. So it is really sensible. And also I think that actually during a typhoon it is public holiday, so the normal job like the white collar worker are taking a day off, so they're actually working extra hours. So it is sensible. Thank you.
Thank you for your response. Candidate D, your question is, what companies suffer the most from typhoons in modern day Hong Kong? You may start now.
Well, a lot of people think that some financial tycoons would suffer the most because they have the stock market would be off during some typhoon or some natural typhoons on some other natural hazards, and they would suffer a lot of loss in revenue during the typhoon or something else. However, I do believe that some small businesses are the businesses who suffer the most, because during typhoons the water will run into the stores, and all their stocks and their products will be soaked in water, and this will cause a lot of harm to them, and they do not have enough money to back up, and they do not have enough some fundings to buy some new products for them to sell. So these causes, they are the most disturbed business.
For your response.
And this is the formal end of the full group discussion and individual responses. If you have stayed till this part of the video, comment down below what you think stood out in this discussion, what you could learn from candidate A to D, and what are some helpful skills when in a very talkative group. And if you're interested in participating in one of these classes, you're welcome to sign up for this year's online oral practice by scanning this QR code. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.